Hello everyone and welcome to this module on the plumbing trade. In today's video, we will practice using various hand tools like measuring tools, cutting tools, wrenches, die sets, screwdrivers and washers while understanding their importance and learning to maintain them. By the end of this video, you will be able to place the measuring tools in the workpiece and measure the required length. Use cutting tools efficiently. Use an adjustable wrench, water pump plier and pipe wrench. Use a ratchet die set for cutting external threads of pipes. Use a screwdriver, washer and spanner. Understand the importance of plumber hand tools and their application, and understand how to maintain plumber hand tools. Let us collect the tools and equipment required to do this. Steel rule 1, steel tape 1, 4-fold box wooden rule 1, rawl jumper 1, water pump plier 1, adjustable wrench 1, pipe wrench 1, hacksaw frame and blade 1, ratchet die set 1, screwdrivers, washers as required, and spanners. How to use measuring tools. Steel rule. Ensure that the steel rule is kept straight across the object to be measured. Place the steel rule on the workpiece and measure the given dimension. Mark the required length. Do not use the steel rule as a scraper, screwdriver or pry bar. Steel tape. Gently pull the tape from its case, guiding it from the starting point to the desired length. Measure according to the given dimensions. Mark the measured portion. Some safety points to remember. Wipe down the tape after each use with a clean, lint-free cloth. Be cautious when working around electrical appliances. Retract the tape slowly. The folding rule is handy for measuring both shorter and longer distances. If you need to measure something small, just unfold one section of the ruler. Place the 4-fold box wooden rule to measure the given dimension on the workpiece. Mark the measured portion. Folding rules work well when you need to measure something that is high or further away. You can bend the ruler into a triangle or at some other angle and use it to approximate the angle on a house or a bridge. The folding rule can be also folded into a 4 shape to assist with drawing parallel lines. Be cautious of the ruler's sharp edges. Handle it carefully to avoid cuts. Using a rawl jumper. Hold the rawl jumper at the required angle. Place it on the marked area to make a hole in the wall or concrete. Strike with a hammer on top of the rawl jumper. Rotate the rawl jumper frequently. Make a hole to the required depth. Some safety points to remember. Always wear safety glasses or goggles to protect your eyes from debris. Use gloves to prevent cuts and abrasions while handling the tool. How to use a water pump plier. Hold the workpiece with jaws. Use a firm grip on the water pump pliers with the smooth jaws against the object for tightening and the teeth against the object for loosening. Work with round objects like spindles. Some safety points to remember. Hold the pliers using a firm grip, keeping your fingers away from the jaws. Avoid placing your hand directly in the path of the jaws to prevent pinching. How to use an adjustable wrench. Place the adjustable wrench on the stuffing box of the bibcock. Grip and work to tighten or loosen the nut. Use it to dismantle the hand pump parts. Use it to assemble flange bolt and nuts on the suction pipe. Some safety points to remember. Never strike the wrench with a hammer or another tool. Striking it can break the wrench and cause injury. How to use a pipe wrench. Place the pipe wrench on round objects or pipes and fittings. Grip well and work to dismantle or assemble the pipe with fittings. Use the correct size pipe wrench according to the size of the pipe or fittings. Protect your eyes by wearing safety glasses or goggles. Pipe wrenches can cause eye injuries if they slip and strike the eye. How to use a hacksaw frame and blade. Use a hacksaw for cutting flats and pipes. Use a fixed hacksaw for a fixed length and an adjustable hacksaw for different lengths. Use deep cutting for cutting bigger diameter pipes and tubes. Select the correct pitch blades according to the cutting workpiece. Before using, check the blade for any signs of damage or wear. A damaged blade can compromise safety and efficiency. If the blade is worn out, replace it with a new one. How to use a ratchet die set. Select the die according to the size of the pipe. Place the dies in the die stock. Place the die set on the pipe end and hold firmly in the pipe vise. Rotate in clockwise direction to cut external threads on the pipe end. Reverse the action by changing the gear of the ratchet die stock. Check the threads using female threaded fittings. Use lubricant oil frequently while cutting threads. Some safety points to remember. If the die gets stuck or encounters resistance, reverse the ratchet slightly to release it. Forcing it can damage the threads or the tool. Protect your eyes with safety glasses or goggles. Metal shavings or debris can fly during threading. How to use screwdrivers. Use the appropriate screwdriver bit to drive screws into the brick wall. Use a ratchet for quick and easy screwing operation. Use a reversible screwdriver that has a star head and a flathead screw. Never hammer the screwdriver handle as it can damage the handle and affect its usability. For electric work, use a screwdriver with an insulated handle to safeguard from an electric shock. How to use washers. Place the washers in between the bolt and nut for tightening the flanges. Place the washers for various locking operations of two metal objects. Ensure that the washer fits snugly around the bolt or screw. The inner diameter should be slightly larger than the fixing diameter. If it is too big or too small, it can affect its effectiveness. How to use spanners. Select the correct size of the spanner for locking nuts. Use a single end for a specific purpose. Use a double end spanner to tighten two different sizes of nuts. Use a ring end for firm grip while tightening bolts and nuts where there is obstruction and a long handle is needed. Avoid pushing a spanner. They are designed for creating torque and not pushing. Pushing a wrench can break it, so always turn it instead of pushing. Care and maintenance methods for the common plumber's hand tools. Steel tape. The end of the steel tape should never be folded or bent. After being used, the tape should be wiped dry. Rawl jumper. It should be rotated frequently while striking. It should be taken out in frequent intervals to remove any material that is stuck to it. Hacksaw frame with blade. After each use, clean thoroughly to remove any debris. Flat file. It should not be used as a striking tool. After being used, remove the chips. Chisel cold flat. Do not use a mushroom-headed chisel. While using chisels horizontally, do not strike with a hammer. Screwdriver. It should be used to fix the tip correctly to the head of the screw. It should not be used as a chisel. Water pump plier. It should not be used for heavy gripping and tightening. Adjustable wrench. Do not strike the handle portion with a hammer while handling heavy work. Pipe wrench. Do not use as hammer. Lever should be avoided. Use correct size according to the size of the pipe. Spirit level. Do not throw after using. Ball peen hammer. Do not use without a wedge. Do not throw from a height. Double-ended spanner. Do not use for striking and do not use with a lever. Trowel. Do not use without a ferrule. Do not use a cracked or bent trowel. Die stock with dies. Do not give more depth to cut quickly and should use lubrication oil frequently. Pipe vise. Do not over-tight the handle. Do not use the lever to over-tight the handle. In this video, we have discussed placing the measuring tools in the workpiece and measuring the required length, using cutting tools efficiently, using an adjustable wrench, water pump plier and pipe wrench, using a ratchet die set for cutting external threads of pipes, using a screwdriver, washer and spanner, understanding the importance of plumber hand tools and their application, and understanding how to maintain plumber hand tools. Hope you have a clear understanding of this. Thank you all and see you in the next video.